Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ted Alex Gymnasium at Shepaug High School for tonight's Virtual League Basketball Tournament Contest between the visiting Kangaroos of Terryville High School and the home team of Shepaug Spartans. Now we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the play of our national hymn. And now, the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Kangaroos of Terryville High School. Starting at guard, sophomore, number 1, Alice Benson. Also at guard, junior, number 4, Zoe Shepaug. And forward for the Kangaroos, junior, number 14, Taylor Barnett. At guard, Terryville, senior, number 15, Olivia Coates. And starting at forward for the Kangaroos, senior captain, number 10, Tiffany Myers. The Kangaroos come to tonight's contest with a record of 4 wins and 10 losses. They are coached by Renee Redmond. And now, the home team goes to Shepaug Spartans. Turning on junior, number 1, That guard is senior, number 3, Aileen Crosby. That forward is senior, number 4, Abby Hurley. And forward for the Spartans, senior, number 25, Aileen Crosby. And that guard for the Spartans, senior, number 15, Ronald Dunning. The Spartans are in the contest with a record of 8 wins and 6 losses. They're coached by Cameron Hoskins, who is assisted by Frank Reardon. The head athletic trainer for Shepaug is Chris Schneider. Behind the camera tonight on the live stream on the injured reserve list, senior Rachel Andrews. Thank you, and good luck to both teams.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ted Alex Gymnasium at Shepaug Valley School for tonight's Berkshire League Consolation Semifinal Tournament game between the visiting Kangaroos of Terryville High School and the home team, your Shepaug Spartans. The Kangaroos come into tonight's contest with a record of 4 wins, 10 losses. And the ball is controlled by Taylor Barnett in the Terryville offensive half of the court. Barnett loses the ball. Steal by senior Aylis Crossley for Shepaug. And we are early in the game here with the score 0-0. Coach Buskis calls the play. Ball controlled by Parachi. Reverse to Crossley. To Donahue in the corner. Shot fake. Pass down low to Hardy. She's double teamed. Apparently she dragged her pivot foot. A travel was called, and the ball is turned over to Terryville. Ball handled here by Barnett. I'm sorry, that's Zappone. Shot is off the mark. Ball batted around, recovered by the Kangaroos. Shot attempt, again off the mark. Rebound controlled by Donahue of the Spartans. And the double dribble is called. And the second consecutive Spartan possession results in a turnover. Zappone controls the dribble, guarded by Donahue. Ball to Barnett. With a left-hand dribble, gets into the lane. Deflected, loose ball, picked up by Donahue, who looks ahead to Parachi. Parachi with the dribble, loses the handle, but regains control. Hardy with the ball, out on the point. Reversed over to Crossley. Back to Parachi. Donahue with the three-point attempt. It's short, rebounded by Barnett. Outlet pass to Zappone, who controls the dribble. Benson throws it in the post to Barnett. Barnett reverses the ball over to Cope. And the shot attempt is up, and it's good. Alice Benson puts the Kangaroos on the scoreboard first in tonight's contest with an early lead of 2-0. Hardy for Shepaug with the three-point attempt. Rebounded by Lasky, but she took an extra step, and the ball is turned over. Zappone for Terryville controls the dribble. Cope with the ball, reverses to Benson. Back over to Zappone. Taylor Barnett with a shot attempt off the rim. No good. It'll be Spartan ball. 4 minutes, 53 seconds to play. 2-0 the score here, with the visiting Kangaroos holding the early advantage. Shot attempt by the Spartans is no good. Ball was called out of bounds, but it was deflected. Shepaug inbound underneath their hoop. Donahue to Hardy, Hardy to Donahue. Donahue ties the score at 2-0 with 4.5 minutes to play here. Hires with the shot attempt for Terryville. Fouled in the act of shooting. It's the first foul of the game. Called on the senior for Shepaug, Haley Lasky. Pyre's first free throw attempt is up and no good. And her second shot attempt is off the back of the iron, and it falls in, giving the Kangaroos a 3-0 advantage. Donahue controls for the Spartans. Ball makes its way to Donahue, who hits the open shot. Score now, Shepaug 4, Terryville 3, with 4 minutes to play in the opening quarter. The next whistle will be the under 4-minute mass break. Shepaug with the ball, guarded by Parachi. Cuts, shot attempt is up, it's blocked, out of bounds, Spartan ball. As previously mentioned, we have our whistle, we have our mass break, and as we have our mass break, we have the Shepaug cheerleaders here to bring some spirit to the crowd. We have some substitutions into the game here. Entering are the junior, Madison the Mad Dog Dusky, and the freshman, Claire Kirsten. Coming out of the mass break, it's going to be Terryville ball off of the block shot by the Spartans. 4-3 the score, and we are just under 4 minutes. Inbound pass deflected. Terryville retains possession of the basketball. We'll do this over again. Terryville in a box out of bounds set. Ball thrown into the lefty. Into the post with her. Nice up and under move. Made a nice move there, but went off of the back of the iron. No good. Ball controlled by Shepaug. Parachi with the shot. Off the mark. Rebounded by Dusky. Her second shot attempt. No good. And the ball controlled by the Kangaroos with Shepaug dribbling. Shepaug into Taylor Barnett. Her shot is off the mark. Donahue corrals the rebound. It's deflected out of bounds by the Kangaroos, and Shepaug now with possession. Crossley to Parachi. Parachi looks inside, hits Kirsten wide open. Her shot off the mark. Rebounded by Donahue to Parachi, who drives, bricks a layup. Rebounded by Kirsten to Donahue and over to Crossley. Spartans work the ball, look for a good offensive opportunity. Skip pass to Crossley, her jump shot no good. Rebounded by Kirsten, her shot attempt up no good. Blocked by Barnett, she retains possession. And the ball finds its way to Shepaug, who's done the bulk of the ball handling for the Kangaroos so far early in this contest. Shepaug hits the cutting Benson. Benson shot off the mark. Rebound controlled and dribbled by Crossley. Crossley guarded by Shepaug. Ball finds its way to Parachi. And the Spartans showing some patience here on offense. Parachi with the shot attempt. It's up, it's off the iron, it's no good. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Shepaug ball. Substitution for the Spartans. Junior Annie Cook comes into the game. Entering for the Kangaroos, we have Allison Fusco. And I missed who the other person is. Sorry, Terryville fans. Terryville in a 2-3 zone. The Spartans working the ball. Deep three attempt by Donahue, and it's good. The score now 7-3 with 1:20 left to play in the first quarter. Annie Cook guarding Shepaug. Ball to Fusco. Finds its way back to Zappone. Dribble penetration. Madison Dusky providing some good help. And the Terryville Kangaroos are working the ball around the perimeter, looking for a good scoring opportunity. Zappone finds it. Shot is blocked by the freshman Claire Kirsten, but it lands out of bounds, and Terryville has possession underneath their own hoop with 48.8 seconds left, and Shepaug with a 7-3 lead. Inbound pass deflected out of bounds by Claire Kirsten. Terryville with possession on the sideline. And it finds its way to Fusco. Fusco over to Barnett. Stolen by Kirsten. Donahue with the elbow jumper off the iron. Rebound chased down by Cook. Cook with a nice entry pass into Dusky. Dusky with a nice up and under. Scores on the left side for a 9-3 lead. And we are just about at 20 seconds in the first quarter. Fusco, Zappone calls out the play, gets the screen. Fusco with the ball. Deflected. Cook goes for the steal. Recovered by Barnett. Under 10 seconds to go. And the shot is up. Off the iron, off the top of the backboard. And a three-pointer for Terryville makes the score 9-6 at the end of one quarter. Rejoining the action here in the second quarter. Shepaug with a 3-point lead to start. 9-6. And in the game for Shepaug, we have Kirsten, Donahue, Dusky, Hardy, and Lasky. For the Kangaroos, we have Pyers, Cope, Zappone, Barnett, and someone else, Benson. Sorry about that. 9-6 to score, 7.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Haley Lasky with a baseline drive, loses control of the dribble, chased down by Hardy. Three-point attempt up by Hardy, no good. We got a held ball on the rebound. Haley Lasky onto the floor. Possession arrow in favor of the Spartans. Out of bounds play, Lasky to Donahue. Donahue puts the three-point attempt up, and it's good. 12-6 to score here. Zappone guarded by Kirsten. Ball finds its way to Cope. Terryville shot is no good. The rebound attempted to be chased down by Benson, but she couldn't get there in time, and the Spartans take over. 12-6 to score, 6.5 minutes to play in the first half. Nice looking play there. Some interpost passing by the Spartans, and the freshman Claire Kirsten hits the right-handed layup to put the Spartans up 14-6. Alice Benson with the basket off the glass by the Kangaroos. The score now 14-8 with 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. Dusky with the skip pass to Hardy. Hardy's shot deflected, but she got a piece of the shooter, and Abby Hardy will go to the line. The foul by Alice Benson. It is the second team foul for the Kangaroos. Correction, it's actually the first team foul for the Kangaroos. Now entering the game for the Kangaroos, we have Grace Daly. And we have Avery Owens. Hardy's second attempt is good. Entering the game for the Spartans, Marissa Parachi replaces the Mad Dog Madison Dusky. Zappone controls the dribble, guarded by Parachi. Benson over to Owens. Interpost pass attempt. Zoe got her legs taken out from her there, but was able to get her hands up underneath her, and initially looked like that was going to be a little harder of a fall than it was because she was pretty graceful in the way she protected herself. Spartan foul. Nice out-of-bounds play by the Kangaroos. The shot by Pyers just could not make the mark. Parachi hits the jumper with a nice assist by Brooke Donahue. The score now 17-8 in the Spartans' favor. Benson with the ball, guarded by Donahue. Kirsten with the steal, overplaying on defense. Very nice anticipation. Her pass is picked off, controlled by Zappone, guarded by Kirsten. Three-point attempt. Grace Daly's shot is off the mark. Rebound collected by the Spartans. Dribble controlled by Parachi. Kirsten looks inside. Passes to Lasky. Ball deflected out of bounds, and we have a substitution on the floor. Senior Ailish Crossley replaces Brooke Donahue. The score 17-8, 4 minutes, 32 seconds to play in the second quarter. Parachi receives the inbound pass, makes its way to Hardy, whose long two-point attempt is up and in. She must have just had one of her toes on the line. The referee, Glenn Durante, is on top of that, and he called it immediately. Terryville looking to run the give and go. Zappone collects it, but finds a roadblock and pulls it out. Nice pass into the paint. Terryville shot is up. It's no good. Rebounded by Hardy. Parachi controls the dribble. Guarded by Zappone. Parachi gets into the paint. Fires up another layup off the glass and in. The score now 21-8, and we have a timeout on the floor. Since it's the first whistle after 4 minutes, we're going to have a 1 minute mask break, followed by the timeout. And now the Shepaug cheerleaders take to the floor. So this game being played tonight is in the consolation round. Because of the shortened season this year, where all teams only got to play a maximum of 12 regular season contests, as compared to a normal year when a team plays 20 regular season contests, the Berkshire League tournament has a single elimination bracket and a double elimination bracket. Once a team is eliminated from the championship bracket, they move into the consolation bracket to compete for the third place overall spot for the tournament. So right now, remaining in the girls' consolation bracket, we have this game tonight, Shepaug versus Terryville. The winner of this game will advance to the final game of the consolation bracket to play against the winner of tonight's Northwestern Regional versus Housatonic game. So the winner tonight will, here, Shepaug Terryville, will be either at Northwestern or at Housatonic, because both of those teams hold higher seeds, and all the games this year are being played at the higher seed. On the other end, so the final game in the consolation bracket will take place this Friday, March 26th, at a time to be announced. At the same time that game's being played, there will be the tournament championship will be played, where the second place overall team this year, the Nonawak Chiefs, will be traveling to Thomaston to face the undefeated Golden Bears of Thomaston. And we're back now to action. 21-6, 3 minutes, 46 seconds left to play in the second quarter. As we've seen numerous times, the opponent controls the dribble. The Kangaroos running their offense out kind of high, get it into the corner to Barnett. Barnett's looking for a screen, gets it back to Shepaug. Shot attempt is up. It's off the mark. That was Olivia Cody with the shot attempt. Cody with the ball again. Or Coate with the ball, sorry. I'm mispronouncing her name. I apologize. The ball's thrown almost into the backcourt. Coate chases down the loose ball, saves a violation, and Shepaug tries to get the team organized. Coate with the ball on the perimeter, throws it inside to Barnett. Barnett's shot is up, off the glass and in. It's a nice little up and under pivot move there. She used the backboard very nicely. And now the score, 21-10 in favor of the Spartans, with just over 2.5 minutes left to play in the first half. We had a substitution where Annie Cuck, the junior for Shepaug, came into the game. And checks into the game, as well as Pyers. Substitutions, Hardy and Parazzi are out. Donahue and Frank check in for the Spartans. It's the first action we've seen by Janelle Franklin, the Shepaug junior, as she finds herself out guarding Alice Benson on the perimeter. Barnett was looking for an offensive opportunity in the paint, didn't find it, pulled it out. Got the ball inside to Pyers. Pyers made a nice attempt and earned herself a trip to the free throw line. 2 minutes, 7 seconds to play in the first half. Shepaug with a 21-10 score, and Pyers on the line shooting 2. Tiffany's first attempt is up and in, brings the score to 21-11. And her second shot is off the mark. The ball batted around. Momentarily controlled by the Kangaroos, and actually they retain control of it as the ball is called out of bounds off of the Spartans. Kangaroos inbound under their basket. Pass is thrown inside. Barnett again off the glass and in. This is obviously the first time I've seen Taylor Barnett play this year, because the earlier game between the Kangaroos and the Spartans was played at Terryville. But she's impressed me with her ability to use the backboard, which is kind of a dying art in the game of basketball. Most people want to go straight in over the top of the rim, and she's done a nice job of using the backboard and has the Kangaroos within 8 points now, with the score 21-13 with 1.5 minutes left to play, as the Kangaroos create a turnover. Shot attempt from the corner. Olivia Coate with the three, makes the score 21-15. 6-point game with just about a minute to play. There's some action stirring on the Shepaug bench. Donahue with a three-point attempt. It's up. It's off the rim. It's no good. Lasky backs it around. Last touch by the Kangaroos. And some replacements. Dusky and Parachi enter the game. Cook and Franklin exit the game. Spartans in a line out of bounds. Ball goes into the corner to Parachi. Little jab step. Fires up an air ball from about 5 feet. And Zapone controls the dribble. Terryville showing some patience here as we're inside of 40 seconds to play with a 6-point game. We have a defensive switch. Barnett guarded by Parachi. Ball thrown into the post. Back to Barnett. We're inside of 20 seconds. Ball is up. It's deflected. Donahue collects the rebound. Pushes the ball down the floor. Throws it up ahead to Parachi. Her jump shot is up. It's off the mark. Lasky with the rebound. Gets called for the double dribble with 8 seconds left to play. It'll be Terryville ball, who will have a chance at one shot attempt before we go into halftime. Zapone dribbling the ball up the floor. Started by Crossley, the screen. Shot attempt blocked by Parachi. And Zapone collects her own rebound, but couldn't get the handle in time to get a shot off. So, at the end of 2 quarters of play, the score, Shepaug 21, Terryville 15, and we will be back in 9 minutes. Here we are back at Ted Alex Gymnasium at Shepaug Valley School. As we are about to start the second half of tonight's contest, we've received word from one of our correspondents. It's an anonymous correspondent who does not want to be named. However, just a brief description. He coached Terryville for a while. He has a beard and he has glasses. And he was coaching there very recently. However, we don't want to name any names. He told me that Olivia Coate, as I have been calling her, with my source from inside the Terryville girls basketball team told me earlier tonight, should be pronounced Cody. So in deference to the elder statesman of Berkshire League basketball, we are going to pronounce it as Cody for the remainder of the game. And whichever way is incorrect, I apologize to the family for that. So 21-15 the score. Shepaug with the 6-point lead. It looked like they were going to get out to a bigger lead here, but Terryville made a couple big hoops late in the game that really made this interesting. An old basketball cliche, which is generally pretty true, on a game that is somewhat close. The first 4 minutes of the second half can make a big difference. And we'll see here if Terryville can continue to make some of the plays and take some of the high percentage shots that they took and made in the first half, then this game could go down to the wire. However, if the Spartans start to open up like it looked like they were about to do in the second quarter, then perhaps this game will be a little less competitive, but we'll see right now. The Spartans with the ball on their end. 1-2-2 zone being played by the Kangaroos. Parachi inside to Donahue. Donahue shoots a runner. The rebound is batted around, and Crossley controls it, but gained control in the front court. Kind of forgot where she was on the court and dribbled over the half-court line and got called for a violation, the backcourt violation. So, Terryville ball with a 21-15 lead with 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Spartans also in a 1-2-2 zone, looking to trap on the top. Capone with a shot off the mark. Rebound controlled by Donahue. Parachi up ahead. She goes up, draws contact, off the glass and in. And the foul is called on Olivia Cody. 23-15 the score here with 6 minutes, 49 seconds to play. Parachi has an and one here, looking to complete the old-fashioned traditional three-point play. Free throw is up, and it's good. 24-15, we have an early substitution as Olivia Cody is replaced by Allison Fusco. The Spartans are in a 1-2-2 trap, broken rather easily by the Kangaroos. A good shot attempt by Barnett, but she got herself a little too far underneath the hoop and couldn't convert there. Barnett's baseline drive attempt is thwarted by the Spartans, but the Kangaroos maintain possession as it was deflected out of bounds off of Shepaug. Follows into Zappone. Spartans in a 2-3 zone now. Zappone has it on the point. Pass inside, fires, back to Zappone. Terryville passing the ball around the perimeter. It finds its way inside the Pyres. Her attempt is no good, but a lot of contact on the play, and the foul is called on the Shepaug senior, Abigail Hardy. With the score 24-15, 6 minutes, 15 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Pyres is on the line for two, and her first free throw attempt is no good. Right now, Terryville has kind of forgotten about Brooke Donahue, who has snuck behind the defense. We'll see if that hurts them. Oh, the missed shot rebounded by Shepaug, and now the Spartans are at a 5-4 disadvantage. But Shepaug recovers. Ball finds its way up The shot by Daly's no good. Rebounded by Donahue. Tries to do a jump stop, loses the handle. The ball slips out of her hands, out of bounds for the Spartan turnover. 24-15. The Spartans in a 1-2-2. Marissa Parachi with the steal, cut by Crossley. Her layup attempt is no good. She jumps in there, gets her hands on the ball for a held ball situation. Since Terryville inbounded at halftime, the arrow is in favor of the Spartans, who will now inbound underneath their own hoop. They're going to look to go to Donahue in the corner here. Ball to Parachi. Donahue stepping back in, but Parachi takes it, drives, kicks it, shots up, no good by Crossley. Parachi rebounds. Her second shot attempt is good. 26-15 the score. In a 1-2-2 zone here, three-quarter court pressure. Terryville breaks it. Zappone with the dribble, loses the handle, regains the handle, but stumbles as she picks the ball up and gets called for the travel. Spartans out to an 11-point lead. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in the third quarter. At the point now where the Spartans go on a little run, it could create some breathing room for them. And if the Kangaroos go on a little bit of a run, it could make this game a little more interesting. Ball thrown around, finds its way to Abby Hardy, and she hits the 15-footer. Spartans press on that possession, not having much of an impact on the Kangaroos, who control the ball in their offensive half of the court. Shot from the corner is up. Alice Benson converts for the Kangaroos, 28-17. And like we mentioned a couple of minutes ago, they are staying within striking distance here. Every time the Spartans make a couple of plays, the Kangaroos have answered so far. And at this point, we still have a game that could go either way, although the Spartans do have a little bit of a lead. Skip past to Parachi. Inside to Lasky. Ball batted away. No good. Recovered by the Kangaroos, who now have possession. Barnett with the shot up off the iron, rebounded by Pyers. Benson back to Barnett. And Zappone controls out at half court. The Spartans in the 1-2-2. And the Kangaroos are showing good patience here. They're not settling for a bad shot. They look to work the ball and to get it inside. Parachi in the fast break attempt, guarded by Zappone. Zappone got her hand on the ball. Jump ball called by referee Glenn Durante. And it's our first whistle under 4 minutes. So with 3 minutes, 31 seconds to play in the third quarter, we have our under 4 minute mass break.
Stop it, team. Ready? Start. One, two, stop. And take it. Stop. And take it. Start. One, two, stop. And take it. Stop. And take it. Start. One, two, stop. And take it. Stop. And take it.
Ready to rejoin action here. 3 minutes, 31 seconds to play in the second quarter, 28-17. Terryville inbounds the ball against a 1-2-2 zone. It's a three-quarter court trap. Donahue ties up Cody. And the arrow in favor of the Spartans. Crossley receives the inbound pass. Spartans in a 2-1-2 offensive set against the 1-2-2 defense of Terryville. Parachi brings it in. Her layup is up off the glass. It's good. Extends the score to 30-17. Spartans three-quarter court pass generates a turnover. We're inside of 3 minutes to play here. with Ailish Crossley, the senior, controlling the dribble, guarded by Zappone of the Kangaroos. Faraci has it on the perimeter, guarded by Barnett. The skip pass inside to Hardy, over to Faraci, thrown into the post. Nice interpost pass. Hardy's attempt is no good. Shot is up. Lasky with the attempted shot, but it's blocked by Barnett, and possession goes over to the Kangaroos. Barnett's shot off the glass, as she's done so nicely so far. It's no good. Dribble control by Faraci. It's a race to the hoop. She crosses over. She goes off the glass with the left-handed layup. Her shot attempt is good. 32-17. 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Nice defensive play there. Hardy from Shepaug came up and forced a bad pass. Donahue controls the loose ball, and the Spartans now have it in their offensive end. Crossley looking to run the play. Ailish likes to dribble from the right side of the floor. So she finds Faraci, who finds her. Ball batted around. Crossley ends up rebounding her own shot, and Faraci controls it out at the perimeter. 3-point attempt by Donahue. Bounces off the rim a couple times. Bounces out. Batted out of bounds by the Kangaroos. We have a couple of substitutions into the game here for Terryville. We have number 21, Avery Owens, and we also have number 12, Morgan Slavinsky, as the out of bounds play. Donahue finds Faraci, 34-17. The pressure bothering the Kangaroos a little bit, but this time they break the pressure without turning it over. Barnett finds the ball out at the top of the key. A little bit of an unusual spot for her. She's been playing close to the hoop so far today. Ball is picked off. Faraci with the fast break attempt. Up. Her layup is good. 36-17. We are inside of 40 seconds to play. The Spartans have turned what was a 6-point lead into a 19-point lead. Their pressure certainly has bothered the Kangaroos. Zappone controls, throws a pass across the baseline, knocked around, tipped out of bounds by Cody, turned over to Shepaug, who has 18.4 seconds left, and we'll see if they'll hold for one shot or if they'll just take the first available look. Faraci finds Lasky, wide open layup, nice look, 38-17. The Spartans have opened up a 21-point lead here. Coach Puskas calls off the press. Zappone and the Kangaroos, initially unaware of how much time was on the clock, but Zoe Zappone recovers in time to attempt the buzzer beater that falls short. At the end of 3 quarters of play, the score is Shepaug 38, Terryville 17. As we get ready to start the fourth quarter here, we're going to turn the camera around here. Senior Rachel Andrews, who volunteered to help. I don't remember how it's up. There we go, Rachel. Wanted to give her a little bit of a shout out because for the past 4 years, we would find her out on the floor here playing in the last home game of the season for the Spartans. But due to some COVID protocols, she is not going to be able to finish the season on the court, so we wanted to recognize her for 4 years of play here. As freshman player Kirsten with the steal. Her shot attempt blocked by Zappone, but Kirsten gets her own rebound, finds fellow freshman Marie Sprong, whose shot is off the mark. And in the scramble for the loose ball, we have a Spartan foul. Annie Cuck gets called for the infraction with 7.5 minutes left to play here in regulation. Again, the Spartans holding a comfortable 21-point lead. Terryville, obviously, if they have hopes of a comeback, need to start doing something pretty soon. 21 points is not impossible to come back from. However, as the seconds tick off the clock, it becomes more and more difficult. Annie Cook handles the ball. Nice pass inside to Marie Sprong. And a deflection out of bounds. Terryville creates a turnover with just under 7 minutes to play here in regulation. The score 38-17. Barnett from the Kangaroos throws the pass into their post player, Tiffany Pyers. Foul called on the Spartans. Since it's only the third team foul of the half, Terryville will inbound underneath their own basket. Terryville looking for a good shot, and it's a nice looking runner up off the glass, deflected out of bounds, off of the freshman Marie Sprong. Terryville will inbound underneath their own basket again. Terryville throws it up. Zapone collects the inbounds pass, attempts a drive, pulls it out. Tough pass thrown inside. Pyers does a nice job of collecting it. Good pass from Barnett. No shot available there, so it's pulled out. And unfortunately, Barnett's pass a little too hot to handle for Benson, and the Spartans take over with 6 minutes and 13 seconds left to play. Claire Kirsten for the Spartans throws the ball into the Mad Dog, Madison Dusky, who makes a nice low post move and scores 40-19 here at Shepaug. Little give and go by the Kangaroos, but a little shuffle of the feet results in a turnover. Entering the game for the Spartans, Saoirse Crossley, the sophomore, replaces the junior, Annie Cook. Crossley controls the dribble, the younger sister of senior Ailish Crossley. Passes to Franklin. Franklin's three-point attempt is no good. Rebound is corralled by the Kangaroos, who bring the ball down the floor. Errant pass stolen by Crossley, who drops it off to Sprong. Sprong's layup, no good. Rebounds are Ole Miss. It's no good. The ball batted around, knocked out of bounds. The referee, TJ Talrico, says it is Spartan ball with 4 minutes and 53 seconds left to play. Saoirse Crossley with the corner jumper. It's good. 42-19 the score here. The Spartans in a man-to-man. Cody looks to drive to the hoop. I'm sorry, that was Alice Benson looked to drive to the hoop. Foul called on Janelle Franklin, the junior. We have a couple of additional substitutions for the Spartans. Freshman Lindsay Ensley enters the game, and sophomore Caitlin Murphy replace Marie Sprong and Janelle Franklin. Terryville inbounds the ball. Shot attempt is no good. Rebounded by Shepaug of the Spartans. Nice crossover, nice baseline drive. Flips it up and it's good. That was a nice looking play. The Spartan defense thought that Shepaug was going to dribble it out to the perimeter, and she crossed it back over, went baseline. It was a nice finger roll to make the score 42-21 in favor of the Spartans. Kirsten shot off the mark, rebounded by Dusky. Dusky gives the freshman Ensley an attempt to score there. Her shot off the mark. And Terryville now with control of the basketball. Loose ball corralled by Crossley. Crossley to Ensley, Ensley to Kirsten. Kirsten's attempt no good. Rebounded by Caitlin Murphy. Murphy with the nice assist to Madison Dusky, who's had a nice game down low in the post for the Spartans. I believe she has 6 points. Someone who is a better reporter would actually keep in track, but I think she's got at least 6. I know she's got at least 6 points. And I think they may have all come from the left side, which is pretty interesting, and it's nice to see someone be able to use their weak hands successfully. Foul on the floor. I believe that's on the Mad Dog, Madison Dusky. We have our first whistle after 4 minutes. It's 3 minutes, 1 second to play in regulation. The score 44-21. So with this stoppage of play, we have our final mass break of the game, unless Terryville, well, no, it's our final mass break of the game. Even if Terryville had a miraculous comeback and we went to overtime, overtime is only 4 minutes long, so we would not have a mass break in overtime. As the Shepaug cheerleaders bring some spirit into Ted Alex Gymnasium here, we've got some substitutions on the floor. The Shepaug starters are back in. We'll see if they play for the remaining 3.5 minutes. As sometimes is customary in the last game of a senior's career, you want to get them in if you can. If the score differential is such that you can take them all out so they receive some kind of an ovation. We'll see if that happens here today. But customarily, that is what happens during the final game of the senior's career. We have Tiffany Pyers on the line here, shooting 2, 3 minutes, 1 second left. 44-21 the score, now 44-22 as she sinks her first attempt. The second attempt off the mark, the senior Haley Lasky pulls down the rebound, controls the dribble, passes to Faraci in the corner. Faraci inside to Hardy. Hardy's attempt off the front of the iron. Rebounded by Donahue. Donahue to the older Crossley girl. And Ailish, excuse me, hits the 15-foot jumper. At this point, it seems rather evident that the Spartans will be traveling to either Houstonic or Northwestern for a game Friday night. Looks like they are working on their 1-2-2 zone. Shepaug with a nice looking drive to the hoop. Her shot attempt draws contact and earns her a trip to the line for 2 shots. Her first shot is no good. The foul by the junior, Faraci, for Shepaug. 46-22 the score. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter. Her second attempt bounces 3 times off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Lasky, looking to go coast to coast. Ball deflected to Donahue. Donahue points, directs traffic. tells Abby Hardy to go out past the three-point line. Not as if anyone needs her to tell her that, because she has taken and made many three-point shot attempts in her 4-year career for the Spartans. But it all worked out that time. 49-22 the score. A minute 40 to play. Spartans now in a man-to-man defense. Some action on the Terryville bench. Looks like we're going to have a wholesale substitution here, as we have 5 subs looking to enter the game. They will be able to enter game on the second shot. Cannot enter by rule on the first shot of a 2-shot foul. Tiffany Powers has earned herself multiple trips to the free throw line today. Her first attempt is up. It's no good. Looks like everyone is going to exit the floor. Avery Owens waiting to replace Pyers, which will only happen right here if she makes this shot. If not, it'll have to be on the dead ball. The shot is up, no good. Avery doesn't get to come into the game yet. Lasky goes coast to coast. Rebounds the missed free throw. Her layup off the mark. And Terryville calls a quick timeout, but not to discuss things, just to get some substitutions into the game. Or just to get Avery Owens into the game. Now, the Spartans take advantage of the brief timeout here. And all 5 girls that just came in are now out. And we have 5 new substitutions. And there's been a change of heart about the timeout. They decided, what the heck, called it, might as well use it. So we're at 49-22. The timeout timer is on the clock right now. So not sure exactly how much time is left, but it is inside of a minute and a half. It's a minute 26 now as the timeout timer is off the clock. 49-22, 1 minute 26 seconds left. And we have our younger players for both teams out there to close out this game. For those people from Terryville that are watching on the live stream, we want to congratulate them on a successful season. And this year, in the era of COVID, success really hasn't been measured by wins and losses. It's been measured by just being able to provide some kind of experience for the kids. So we congratulate Terryville on being able to do that. Not to say that they didn't win their fair share of games. We're inside of a minute here to play. Crossley, the younger Crossley, controlled the dribble, but a steal by Terryville. Layup attempt, no good. Rebounded by Terryville, but taken away by the Spartans. Saoirse Crossley with the dribble. We're inside of 30 seconds left. Marie Sprong passes post to post, finds its way to Annie Cook. Her shot off the mark, batted around. Marie Sprong comes down with it. Her shot up, bouncing around. It's in. 51-22. We are almost at 10 seconds to play. Long range three-point. Oh, boy. Nice looking shot there by Allison Fusco. Hits the 3, 51-25, and that's going to be it here as the Shepaug Spartans move on to the finals of the Berkshire League Girls Basketball Consolation Bracket. The Terryville Kangaroos end their season here tonight. We'd like to congratulate them. We'd like to thank everyone for for viewing. And let me see here. I'm looking at my text messages to see if I got a report on the Northwestern Housatonic game. I have not. So I am not sure yet where Shepaug will be going on Friday. It will be to one of those schools. For those of you who joined us tonight, thank you. And signing off from Shepaug Valley School, we have the final score, 51-22 in favor of the Spartans. Thank you. Thank you, Rachel.